Good evening and welcome to this meeting of the Fraser Recreation Commission, called to order at 7:17 p.m. Let us all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I will call the roll. Commissioner Walker. Whoa, sorry. Commissioner Hunter.
Here.
Commissioner Hunt.
Here.
Commissioner Pepsic here. Commissioner Rostelli.
Here.
Commissioner Cook.
I'd like to make a motion that Commissioner Cook is excused for the meeting today.
And I'll second that.
The motion to excuse made by Commissioner Hunt, seconded by Commissioner Hunter. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. Next up will be the approval of the agenda for this meeting on February 10th.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the agenda for February 10th with the change of omitting the interview of the candidate.
I'll second it.
All right, the motion to approve the revised agenda, removing the interview for the candidate, was made by Commissioner Hunt, seconded by Commissioner Hunter. All those in favor?
Aye.
And the agenda is approved. Item 5, approval of the meetings, the meeting minutes for the meeting on January 6th, 2026.
I would like to make a motion that we approve the minutes from the regular meeting of January 6th, 2026, with the changes that were discussed prior to the meeting. Do I have to say those changes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Under the beautification report, DPW helped with the DTE planting of trees in a subdivision in the Venetian Village area of 13 and Kelly area, 13 and Kelly Corner. And also, there was another change. Where was that other change?
There was just a typo in, it should have read lowered from 15,000 to 10,000. That was a budget issue.
Thank you. So Commissioner Hunt made the motion to approve the agenda with the discussed revisions. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
The second made by Commissioner Rostelli. All those in favor?
Aye.
And the meeting minutes are approved. Next up, we have item 6A on the agenda. We will hear from our Fraser First Booster Club.
Hello, Vanya Apps with the Fraser First Booster Club. And I just wanted to report that we had a really nice evening on February 7th was our big annual Blue Jean Ball. It went off very well. And we had very generous sponsors and donors, so that was really great. Everyone had a good time, and our goal was to get everybody out the door by 10, and we were very successful in that. So that was really nice. Yeah, we heard great feedback from the evening, which was also nice. And then we have our meeting on February 18th. The February meeting will kind of be a little rehash of what went right, what went wrong, and honestly, we didn't have too much wrong. So that should be the quick part of it. We are going to discuss the April 18th Trample the Trail. We've been in discussion with Winkler Iron and Metal to have them on site doing a recycle opportunity. We call it Trample the Trail because there really is no trail there at Steffens Park. So our goal is to kind of do a pattern of the perimeter. We'll be right off to the perimeter, and it'll be a 1 mile path. So that is at 9 o'clock. Thank you, Chris. 9 o'clock to 11, I think is what it is. Yeah, 9 to 11. But Winkler will be there until 12:30, just in case people come that wanted to bring stuff, didn't have it, would have time to go back and bring it up, bring it there. We're looking at a second day the Friday, but we're still in the works with that people would go right to Winkler, and then we'd get a percentage. But they are generous enough to offer us 100% on the day of the
Oh, nice.
April 18th. Yeah, it was really nice. They've been really wonderful to work with, so it's been a pleasure. And that's April 18th, and it starts at 9 o'clock, and we're still working out. This is the first time we've tried something like this, but I just wanted people to kind of put it on their calendar to know that's coming up. And then in March 19th, we'll be at Ramshorn for our, we usually do a fundraiser there, bake sale, and they give us a percentage of all the dinners that are sold that night from 5 to 8.
Your meeting on February 18th, is it at 6:30?
It's at 6, and then our 6 o'clock is our executive meeting, which everybody's welcome to, and then 6:30 is our general meeting.
Thank you.
So, but I don't think there's anything else. If anybody has any questions. Don, I'm going to work on Myers to be a sponsor for that Trample a Trail. I'm going to try my best to get my application into them. But anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Next up, we have agenda item 6B, hearing from the Fraser Beautification Club.
So the Fraser Beautification Club held the January meeting that began the talks for some upcoming projects, and there's nothing really to speak of. There's just a few things that have been discussed and, started putting them forward, but nothing really set or anything's planned yet. And our next meeting will be March 11th at 6:30 at Ramshorn. We only have our meetings every other month. So, and we do have somebody that's working on some decorations for the wedge in the downtown corner area. There were some issues, so, but hopefully they're there by March. So, okay, that's it.
What time is your meeting at on March?
6:30.
6:30?
6:30.
Great, thank you. Next, we will have agenda item number 7, hearing the administration report.
So the first thing I was going to talk about was pavilion rentals. In 2026, we changed the date of when you could start renting pavilions. And for residents, it was the first business day in February. For non-residents, it's the first business day in March. This allows people to reserve it a little bit more ahead of time to get planning for, graduation parties and such, for people to kind of get all their ducks in a row. And it's just another generous thing that we can do for the residents. And we already put that in place. We do have already some people who've booked in February. And it was quiet, so I'm guessing the word still needs to get out there more. It was posted on Facebook. It's on our website of the change. So, and it's also on our rules that we hand out to everyone. So it is a good change. It gives people more time. And hopefully going forward, that'll make the residents and non-residents a little bit happier of being able to get more time. The Family Fun Night, that's coming up on this Saturday, February 14th. It's from 5 to 8 p.m. There will be a DJ that will come in and play music for everyone. There'll be a backdrop for photos. There'll be a small raffle, probably do the Meijer gift cards again. So there'll be tickets that everyone will get. I was just going to ask if I could ask now in front of everyone as, besides Chris, is there anyone else that can volunteer?
Oh, yeah, we were going.
Okay, so we got 3 people. So we'll have 3 volunteers, and I'll be there as well. It is a free event. It was sold out. I know we talked about it already. It was sold out within less than 24 hours. I've been constantly moving people from the wait list onto the list and sending out emails to everyone, asking them if they can't make it to let me know. So we've been trying to move the wait list to make it smaller. And obviously on the day of, I'm hoping like last year, we'll just call people on the wait list. And there's a few people that I warned that are on the wait list that I might call them on the day of, so to be ready. I don't know how many people are going to come. It's never a sure thing. But it is a lot of effort of trying to keep up with the wait list and juggle the main roster of who can come and who can't come. So, like I said, that's this Saturday at the Vintage House from 5 to 8 p.m. The Marshmallow Drop will be on Saturday, March 28th. We'll have 3 drops as usual, 12 o'clock, 12:45, and 1:30. I did reach out to the school for volunteers, but if you guys have that day open or would like to volunteer, the more the merrier, to hand out gift bags or to keep the line back for the actual helicopter drop, or the registration. So I'm hoping that I'll have more volunteers this year than I did last year. I know that it got a little hectic because we only had 5 of the volunteers come. I think it was 5, maybe not even. We'll have a petting zoo and horseback rides and face painters. We'll have 3 face painters. The Senior Activity Center, a couple of the events that we have going on for February. We have the Motor City Casino. That's on February 12th. It's almost sold out. Most of our casino runs, as you guys know by now, sell out. We do have someone who comes and Ubers to our Senior Activity Center just to go on the casino runs. So they end up spending like $30 or $40 just to get to our Senior Activity Center to go onto those. Painting with Rose, that's going to be on Friday, February 20th. They are going to be painting a picture with 2 blue mittens holding a heart. That is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that is a free event. The Easter craft will be on Friday, February 27th. Participants will be using line corks to make different Easter themes. And that will be at 10:30. And it is not on my administration report, but I do want to report something that is new. As you guys know, our budget was lowered from $15,000 to $10,000 for the fiscal year. That is hitting us pretty hard right now. We are currently looking at getting Tiger tickets for 2 different dates. The Detroit Princess Cruise, Meadowbrook, and that is going to be probably well over the $4,800 we have left. So right now, we're putting in a $5,000 increase to that budget line. That has to get approved at the March council meeting. In our strategic planning, I brought that up to council. They wanted to see that, so I'm hoping it will get approved with no issue in March. But that extra $5,000 to bring it back to the 15 will make it so that we don't have to cancel any of those events. If it doesn't get approved, we'll have to cut out some of those type of events, which are big ones. Most of them have to be paid before the new fiscal year in July, so we would be losing out on a few events. So that, like I said, that will be brought up in March, and hopefully it will be passed, and there won't be an issue, and we'll go back to the 15,000. But I want to bring that up because we were talking to the Detroit Tigers today, trying to schedule things and looking at the budget. There's different costs. It's over $1,000 a game for it. And the Detroit Princess Cruise is also expensive. So, we need that extra money to be able to do all the events that we have planned. Plus, we do different events like St. Patrick's Day. We do Easter. Some of them are sponsored, so that helps our budget. But some of them, we have to pay for the food. And all that kind of gets cut out if we can't get that extra $5,000. So I am trying to play within our budget right now. If we can't get the $5,000, then we will make it work. We'll cancel a few of the events, but I'm really thinking that it'll get passed in March. I have faith in our city council that they'll see that it's an issue. Like I said, I brought it up during the strategic planning. They didn't like hearing that. They wanted to make that amendment change. So I just wanted to bring that up here because I know we talked about it at the last meeting, and I wanted to bring it up so you guys are aware that I'll be bringing that up, or our finance director will be bringing up that in March to our city council. That is all I have for administration reports.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll open the floor for citizen participation. Seeing none, I will move it along to commission member reports. We can go down the line if you have anything.
I've been working, looking at summer programming for Stephens Park. I'm going to start out, I've had a conversation with Chris for Little Kickers. I got stuff down on paper. I keep changing it. I've sent him stuff. So we're working on it. I'm really hoping that this can happen, right after the kids get out of school in June. It'd be a morning program, doing 4 to 5 year olds. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, 3 to 4 years, 3 to 4, 5 to 7, and 8 to 12 year olds. Running 3 different, and then it would be a 6-week program running from approximately June 8th till July 13th. And I'm working with Chris, and we're seeing what we can do. I really want this something to start. It's a start. I know it's not what everybody wants, a full-blown recreational summer thing, but it's a start, and we haven't had anything in years, so I want to start out maybe just once, one program, and then we can develop it into more programs next year.
I just wanted to comment on that. So I've been looking at it. We've been doing some paper math and just kind of throwing back ideas. And what I would like to see, again, this is just kind of spitballing here, is 6 weeks, 2 days a week. So it'd be 12 classes altogether. And I was thinking I think Monday and Wednesday would be 2 good days. And then you could use Tuesday and Thursday as your makeup days in case the weather isn't there. We'd have to pay for instructors. So the instructors, I've kind of reached out to different organizations to see if there's a group that I can ask to get coaches, but I'd also like to reach out to maybe the colleges, get some college kids to teach it. It would be, again, this is just ideas right now, is a 5-child minimum, and then max would be 15. But I'd have to talk to the instructor, see if they're comfortable with having 6 per, or if 5 is a good limit. But I think 5 would be a nice minimum, and 15 being a maximum. Have 3 different instructors for the 3 different age groups. So that's the idea right now. We do have some money in our temporary employee or seasonal employee, so I would take the money out of that line item. I have brought the idea up to the city manager, so this is all kind of the last couple of days, so we're just in discussion of it right now. There's going to be some more thought of it, but that is a start. And we wouldn't need someone to come in at night and turn on lights. It would all be, right after, it'd be during summer, starting in June, if we can make it happen. But those are the ideas right now for the soccer class. I'd like to see tennis or pickleball as well. Same thing. You can have it during the day. You wouldn't need someone for baseball or softball to be there at the fields, make sure that the fields are prepped, turn on the lights, turn off the lights, which might be a part-time employee. This is just instructor pay. So it's a start, but it's got to be pushed through the right channels. So that's where we're at right now with it.
Do you know is that something parents would have to pay to get their kids enrolled in?
Yeah, there
Okay.
would be a fee. It would probably cost about $60 if, again,
Yeah.
if my math that I've done in my head makes sense, $60, 5-child minimum, and then there would be a little room for T-shirts for
Yeah.
each kid to get a T-shirt. So I did make a phone call to a clothing place that we use to get an idea of how much T-shirts would be for the kids. But I think that, like you said, it's a good start. We can't obviously use the fields. The fields aren't up to par, and I know that we're working on bringing those back, and that has to get approved and all that, but this kind of eliminates that whole issue of not using the baseball fields. We're just using the back grass field where there was a soccer field. So we'd have to get some equipment, some soccer nets, soccer balls, cones, but those are all nominal fees. I don't know how much the nets would be, but those are all nominal fees when you're talking about the future of starting a small program here. So,
One-time
yeah.
purchase. Great, thank you.
Good. Thanks.
Is that it? So my only question would be, so when you go to the council to ask for the software, you know, there's going to be a delay in timing and all that. And I don't know why we didn't think about this prior to this, but they've got those like Eventbrite where you would put on an event, and that's how you could pay for your event. I mean, they're going to take their little portion, but remember how you had said that you can't charge people because they can't get here during the workday? Mm-hmm. So I was just going to say, I was going to throw that out there, so if before you get the software, or if you don't get the software, to charge the residents, maybe that's something to look into, is that platform.
Yeah, and you know what? If it comes to it, if this kind of takes off as far as the soccer classes, at least for before we go to council to try to get that approved.
Right.
I mean, even if we have to do the old school way of pen and paper, they come in between 8 and 4:30. If we have to do it like that just to get something started, I'm all about it. You know, obviously that can't be a future thing of that's how we're going to operate.
Right.
But you know, I'm willing to try anything. I can look at Eventbrite. Just something to get it started.
Yeah.
To kind of get it. I'd like some time to advertise for it and kind of get the idea out there as well. You know, it's going to take a little bit of time. So I'm really working on it right now of seeing what's feasible and what we can do and what we can't do. So probably the hardest part will be getting the instructors. I feel like that's always been the hard part of doing classes is getting the instructors for it. So
I kind of had a question on that, but maybe it's not even time, it's too soon to talk about that, as far as.
you can ask.
Well,
I don't know.
So you were saying there would be like 3 age brackets?
Yes.
Would they run all at the same time? Or
Yep.
would you go like this?
It'd be like 10 to 11, 11 to
Okay.
12.
So you only
12
need
to
like
1.
3 instructors or whatever for.
Correct. And then,
Okay.
and then if,
All right.
let's say the 3 to 4 year olds, we get 15 kids sign up.
Yeah.
Then all 3 instructors could be there for the opening one.
All right, all right. That's all.
I'm very excited to hear about the potential of getting little kickers going this summer. Sounds like a great foundation to work from. I'm also excited to hear about the request for additional funding from council. Is there anything that we can do as a commission to help in that process? Like, could we write a letter to council or anything like that?
You can always talk to the council. That's what they're there for. You know, I wanted, you know, after our last meeting, I should have been encouraging. I think I did, but anytime that you want to talk to your council, you should come to a council meeting and
Yeah.
talk and speak. I just want to say that out loud just so that I can say that.
Absolutely.
There's always, if that's what you want to do, if you think it's important, then hey, I'm not going to stop you. It's not a bad idea. I think that this is something that they want, but if you feel passionate enough to come and speak and just say something you'd like to see or write them an email, you know, council has emails too, and they respond. So you can always send them an email before the meeting.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
I don't have anything. I just agree. I hope we can get something started, even if it's small. It's a start, so,
Something,
yeah.
something better than nothing.
Right, and I feel like we kind of are, we've always been, but we're always heading in the right direction. We just need the support behind it. So I'm seeing the support, and like I said, we had a strategic planning with council, each department head. I thought that went real well. I talked about needing staff, talked about the software, talked about getting the fields fixed, even if it's just one field, at least it's a field, but again, we can start there. We can start, it doesn't have to be all at once. You know, if they want to fix the fields or one of the fields and they say, can you give us a year? That's fine. But now we have a goal of like, okay, let's do this next year. Now we have a set goal. We can advertise for it. Hey, starting in the fiscal year of 27, 28, or 26, 27, whatever it is. You know, this is going to be back. This field will be ready. It's ready for rental. Here are the prices.
Yeah.
Tell everyone you know, come rent our field. So we have the momentum. We just needed to keep it going. So that budget meeting, it is a very important meeting for the city of Fraser as far as the recreation department. So I'm going to push real hard and try to get that, voice my concern or what I think we need to do going forward. And I'm really hoping that they see the need for that recreation software, classes, stuff like that. So I'm really hopeful.
Great, thank you. With that, is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion that we adjourn. Yeah.
Second that?
The motion is made by Commissioner Hunter to adjourn at 7:43 PM, seconded by Commissioner Rostelli. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.